Hey guys, happy Monday. Finally, I get to do a Maker Monday and it's Monday. So I hope you guys are doing good. Happy fall. And I will tell you, I told Jean this right before I went live. I said, I'll be really honest with you. I have thoroughly enjoyed what I have been doing. While a lot of times it seems like it's work putting this together and being able to look at all the different options of all the projects that I'm doing, but I've actually had a lot of fun. And so when I say this, you're going to enjoy this too. So as you pop on here, say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm going to put my glasses on so that way I can see you. So I just love knowing where you're tuning in from, and it really is nice because we have a beautiful community here of people that I get to see your names all the time. And then I'll go and I'll find you and I see your faces. And it's just a very, very sweet community. So as you pop on here, say, hey, hey, Betty from Williams. Oh my gosh. I used to go to Williamsburg, Virginia as a child with my parents. We even took the kids to Williamsburg, didn't we? Love Williamsburg. Love it, love it, love it. So, but as you pop on here, say, hey, I've got something special to share with you today. Guess what? Jean goes, please be careful how you show your shirt. So I'll have to, I'll pop up just a little bit. Wait, hold on. I'll do this down. All right. So, well, hey, Anna. Anna from Yucatan, Mexico. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, Lisa. All right. So can you see my shirt without being tacky? So it's like, so this is a shirt. I'll let you see the back. This is a shirt. I wear this all the time. It's so funny. I even play pickleball in this shirt, and people are like, enjoy the bragging rights? Like, what is, like, is that, does that have anything to do with, no, it doesn't have anything to do with the girls. It, it has to do with, we're enjoying the bragging rights. It's like if you make something and you can tell your friends, and we do it in a sweet way. And, but I thought, you know what? I want to give this t-shirt away. I haven't done that. And I don't know that I've ever done that. But this is the best t-shirt. It's so soft. It's so comfy. I love that it's a V-neck. So it's complimentary to your, just to your neckline. I think with ladies, I don't like wearing those crew neck t-shirts. Do y'all? I'm like, I always go for a V-neck if I can. And so it's a Maker Studio t-shirt, and it says enjoy the bragging rights. So I thought, how fun would it be? We're going to give it away today. So the only thing that you have to do in order to be a part and be able to win this t-shirt that I'm going to send you, that I love wearing all the time when I craft, is to share this video and tag some good friends. And then that way your name will go in for a drawing, and we're going to be giving this away in 3 days to the lucky winner. So you'll need to pop back on here on Maker Studio and just see, because we'll be announcing the winner in just a few days. All right, so Brenda from Venice, hurricane shutters are up and this live takes my mind off of it. Girl, I know, I know. It's like, I have never lived in Florida before, and we've been here now 3 years. 3 years, hard to believe. I think my heart will always be in Memphis, but and just the soul of that city, I love it so much. But I've enjoyed living in Florida, but I do not enjoy the hurricane. So we are, Brenda, I'm just telling you, we are praying for Florida and for North Carolina. So I agree with you. It's like I can put on some music and I can get in here and I can craft, and it takes my mind off. And it was so fun yesterday because I have so many things to show you. I can't talk too much, but my sweet little grandson, Neff, came over and he's like, Nana, it's like he saw the colors of things. And I want to show you something today. If you have grandchildren, and I'm just curious, if those of you that are watching, if you have grandchildren, there's so many projects here that you could do with them with the holidays coming up. And then just thinking about your guest or even neighbors, or if you have nieces and nephews, or if you have children yourself, these are some projects they're going to love doing with you. It's very, very satisfying. All right. So on the beach, Debbie, on the beach in South Carolina, stay safe. All right. So today we're dropping 4 new molds. I love working with my molds, and it really allows me a lot of versatility in working with our pigments, with our essential oils, with our waxes, with our soaps, with our eco powder, all these different things. So I want to be able to show you really and truly the diversity. You're going to go, Oh my gosh, this is awesome. And the other thing is be sure and take advantage. When I do these lives, and it's great if you catch me live because I get to see your sweet names on here. Know that we have a code. So when you go to check out on the website, amakerstudio.com, just type in fall molds 20. And that's all caps, FALLMOLDS 20. Fall molds 20, all uppercase. So does that help? 20. And the thing is the 20, you're going to get 20% off. So the things that I'm showing you here today, I'm going to go into showing you how to create really cool looks with your waxes and your pigments. I'm going to show you how to be able to go in and create your soaps and some really great gift ideas. I'm so excited. So I'm going to hold these up and I want you to be able to see them. So one of the first projects that I did that I had so much fun with, look at this. Can you see this? I had so much fun with these. I don't want them to fall off. But look at this. Now, I will show you. I like, as much as I can, I like working with almond flour. And I love this brand, Simple Mills. Has anybody ever used this? So the Simple Mills, it is a pumpkin muffin bread. And so these would make, and I love giving gifts. I don't receive them real well, but I love giving gifts. So this would make a great platter for a friend if you want to hostess gift, if you're going over to somebody's house. And you want to be able to make something, or even just for the person that's special in your life that you live with, this is an awfully fun way to be able to eat these muffins. I think they're very much on trend. I think they're just adorable. So I like working with this. And you can get these at Publix, Kroger's, but they're awesome and they taste fabulous. Gene Howard got to taste them last night. All right, so I want to just show you with the mold that I did and using the Simple Mills, I was able, can you see this? I want to hold this up. I was able to create these adorable leaves. Now, the first mold that I'm going to show you that I made this with, it has so much versatility. Hey, babe, can you get that thing out of the freezer for me? I want to be able to show them. All right, so the first mold that we're going to be showing you has a lot of these little guys in it. And I want to be able to show you all the projects that you can do. But I love this one because I have acorns, I have pumpkin muffins, and these leaves. They turned out so adorable. Look at, can you see the detail in that? They're so, so cute. All right, so one, with this mold, you can do muffins. Are you ready for this? Now, I've done this before, and I just love thinking when I entertain, when I have people over, when I'm doing things for myself, how versatile is it? What can I do? So look at this. Are you ready? So here's a mold. I want to hold it up. It's so cute. Look at this. You've got the pumpkin, the leaves. So now do you see why I got so excited about my muffins? My pumpkin muffins, how they taste better when they're in cute shapes. When they're a pumpkin or they're a leaf, it makes it so much cuter. And especially if you're going to entertain and you've got people out, to be able to have these little muffins sitting there is absolutely adorable. Now, are you ready for this? You may not think about it a whole lot of times, but you can pop this out of the mold. I just put some water in there and you can make great looking ice cubes. You can make fall leaf ice cubes. I can take them all out, but they're so easy. You can use this over and over and over again for so many different projects. The other thing is, and this is when last night when my brain is going crazy and I've made all these things that I'm going to show you right now, I was like, you could totally make little butter leaves, little butter pumpkins. So melt your butter or your ghee in the microwave, and all you do is pour it into the mold and then put it in the fridge and let it harden. And then you can just pop the butter that you can have out of the mold. Don't you love that idea? So I made ice cubes. I've got my butter molds. Now I'm going to turn this down because there's too many things I want to be able to show you. Here's another great, great gift idea. Are you ready? I love these little mason jars because I just think they're cute for the holidays when we're making gifts. And I can put all kinds of things in it. I can do soaps, but here's an idea, and I'm going to show you how to make these. They're so easy. But these are wax melts. So it's just a combination of essential oils, wax, and our pigment. And then the essential oils in it, when you melt it on a stovetop, or if you've got the wax melts that you can just set in it like a little decanter in your bathroom or your kitchen or whatever, these make great gifts. So you can make wax melts with these. And I tried to use a lot of different colors. So when I was doing my wax melts, I did my leaves in green, and I did my pumpkins in just kind of this really natural orange color. I thought those were so cute, but the details on them are absolutely adorable. So wax melt is is another great project. So I'm going to turn this down. I know, Rebecca, right? I'm just telling you. Yes, you said it. You said it on here. Great minds think alike. Great crafters think alike. Also, this mold would make adorable chocolates. Yes, yes, yes. They're deep enough that it would allow you to pour the chocolate in. My bakers out there, give me a shout out. You can pour your chocolate in and then do a little cube of caramel inside. It's deep enough for that. And then pour the rest of the chocolate on top so you've got caramel inside your chocolates. This would be an adorable, adorable project for your chocolates. Yes, I love that too. All right. So now I'm going to move these out of the way, and I'm going to turn this down. And I hate this because I don't get to see you. But as you pop on here, say hey. And if you didn't hear me when we first went live, look, Bobby, you're so funny. Look at this. This is my shirt that I have on today. It's a Maker Studio shirt. Enjoy the bragging rights that I wear all the time and I craft in. We're going to be giving it away. And all you have to do is share the video and tag some good friends that you know love crafting a beautiful life as well. And your name is going into a drawing, and we'll announce the winner in 3 days. All right, so I'm gonna turn this down because I want you to be able to see what it is that I'm doing. So that way, all right. All right, good deal. I've got so much stuff here that I'm working on. I'm gonna push this off to the side for just a minute because I wanna focus on this one, mold, and I'll bring them back and forth. All right, so here was the other thing that I had so much fun with, and it was so cute because my grandson, I think I shared with you before, I have made these soaps for him, and I will put little surprises in them. Well, these I'm using the color. Before I did them clear, and I'll put plastic cars in the soap, and he loves taking a bath because he'll tell his mom, is it time? Is it time? So for the car to come out of it. But I think these are adorable soaps to put in your guest bath. So what I did, and this is what I'll do as a rule when I have little bitty soaps, I'll just take one of my china dishes and I'll set it there next to my, um, they're not napkins, they're my disposable linens that we have in the guest bath with my candle. And I'll put them in a little container. So that way you usually, as a rule, don't want more than 3 in there for them to choose from. But I think it's just such a cute little detail. These would make a great gift. If you also wanted to be able to put them in the jar that I showed you with the wax melts, it would also look great. But look at these. Now I want to show you how easy it is to do this. So now, if you may not be aware, with a Maker Studio, we actually have a goat's milk soap. So they're so easy to make. And here's the simple ingredients in the fact that we have organic essential oils and we have organic goat's milk soap. So all you have to do in order to work with the goat milk soap and your mold is you want to be able to just melt it in a double boiler. So I've already done that. And take advantage of this today. You can get this 20% off. The goat's milk soap will be 20% off as well. So I've got my double boiler over here. But what I want to show you, I want to go through the process of showing you how to tint it. Now, another thing is, and this is a good rule to remember, we have these water-based pigments. And so there's a lot of colors. You can mix them to be able to make almost any color you want. And when I was working with my greens and my oranges, I would come back and add just a drop of the brown because I wanted to be able to cut the color down to make it a little bit more fallish. So you see the green that I did on my soaps here. I added just a little bit of brown to it because I wanted to warm it up. And I just think that is the cutest little soap. So cute. And it's great. It's really great for your skin. Goat's milk soap is fabulous. It's one of my favorite things to work with. And I love the fact that it's also organic. The other thing that I want you to do is take advantage of the essential oils that we have. We added this because whether you're making your candles or you're making your soaps or you're making wax melts, it's nice to be able to use a pure organic essential oil and not a fragrance, because that way it doesn't act as a hormone disruptor. You know, there's all this information out there now about fragrance and being hormone disruptors. So we want to stay as natural as possible. These are all organic essential oils, and you can get this 20% off today. So really take advantage of that. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour a little bit. I've got this over here, and it's melted in my double boiler, and I want you to see kind of what it looks like. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of this in my bowl. Trying to think, you know what? Well, okay, I'll do two of them. I want you to be able to see two of the colors. It's kind of hard. Just know I've got all this stuff going on here. All right, so now I'm just going to do a drop of the brown. And again, these are the pigments. If you're working with our eco powder, if you're working with your waxes, or no, excuse me, let me back up. You do not want to use this with wax. This is a water-based pigment. So this is great for your soaps. And you can also use this in your eco powder, but you don't want to use this when you go into waxes. Waxes, we're going to go into our pigments. All right, so now I'm going to add just a little bit of green. Again, we're making our soaps. And now I'm going to stir this together. So adding that brown just made that really bright green a much prettier color. I may actually add just a little bit more. I, as a rule, when I am making my soaps, I like them a little bit darker color. And the fact with the goat's milk that we have today that you'll see in the collection when you go onto the website to Maker Studio, you'll see that we've got the goat's milk highlighted there. All right, so now all you have to do, as a rule, I have a pour. But as a rule, I'm going to get this leaf right here. I'm going to pour this into my mold. Now I'm doing this with a little plastic spoon because it was fun when I was working on them to do my leaves in green. I did my pumpkins in orange, and the goat's milk soap will set up in about an hour. So that way, basically you put it in the mold like this, let it set up, and then you're just going to pop it out. And then that way you'll have your darling little green soap. Isn't that darling? All right, so I'm going to go in and set this aside. The other thing is too, and I'll just tell you because I was working with this mold. These are wax melts. Now, if you're going to be working with wax, you do not use the pigments. The pigments are great for soaps and eco powder. When you transition over and you're working with wax, you want to go to pigments, because the pigments are going to mix with the wax, because the wax is a petroleum based and it's not a water based. But the beautiful thing about the colors and the candles, and I'm going to show you in just a minute, it really gives this beautiful, very natural look. So these as a wax melt are fantastic gifts. You know, and I forgot to put the essential oils in my soap. I just realized that. All right, so the next mold I want to show you, I absolutely love, 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 love this one. It is a full pumpkin like this with a lid. So they're going to come separate, and we're going to work on it with our eco powder. Now, if you want to make these in orange, if you want to do them in kind of chocolate, depending on what your decor is, you can add the pigments. You can use these pigments with eco powder and make them any color you want. I love the pumpkins because I live on the coast. I love my pumpkins being white, and I wanted you to see these. So what I love about this mold, and I'm going to show you how to make it, is the fact that it is a full body. It's all the way around, and look at the size of my hand. They're a substantial size, and they have this darling little top that has a little notch in it that it fits. Can you see that notch right there? That notch fits into that really, really nicely. These are darling. Now, I will tell you, you could make a whole lot of these and have them as a display. The eco powder makes these to where they're like a beautiful ceramic. They will break. If I drop this on the floor, if I'm holding it, it will break. It is like a ceramic, but you can do so many things with these, and they're so cute. But what I love doing, guess what? I love making them into little candles. So I think it makes great gifts, and I want to show you how to do that really quickly. So I'm going to put this off to the side enough where you can kind of see it. Guys, as you pop on here, say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and just know that um, we are going through the process today of all the different projects that you can do with the new molds that we're launching. And I will tell you this, and some people will say, I thought she was just telling us that, but we only have 50 of these molds. There's only 50. So we've put a bundle together that allows you to be able to get a 20% discount. They will probably sell out today. So I just want you to know that because I want you to take advantage of it. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to be working with, this is one of my favorite products. It's called Eco Powder. This is what allows you to be able to make these adorable pumpkins. If you have not worked with the eco powder, you have to get it. This would be the perfect project to work on. And I will tell you, not to frustrate you at all, but these are also 3 new brand. We just got these dried out, and they are all these gorgeous orange and brown and green and yellow kind of colors. They're fabulous. And I am going to be doing a little gathering, like a baby shower, and we're actually going to be decoupaging these pumpkins with these brand new flowers that we're introducing. Like, do you not love that? Love, love, love. They're absolutely fabulous. I love the variants of the color on them. But let me show you how to work with the eco powder. So I've put a little bit in here. It's a process, and we've got directions on the back in our brand new resealable bag as far as how to be able to use it. And it's very straightforward, very easy to use. And it allows you to be able to use these silicone molds and create so many gorgeous things from it. And I think the pumpkin is one of my favorites. All right, so I've got my eco powder in here, and I'm going to add some water. Let me grab some water. Good thing is I'm at my sink. All right, so as a rule, when you talk about percentages, I will say 2 parts eco powder to 1 part water. And a lot of times I don't use measuring cups. I go by the thickness of it. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I will pour just a little bit of water in, and then I'll make up a paste. So I'm going to stir this up. The other thing is, you've got about 15 minutes before this will start to actually set up. Add a little bit more water than I usually do. I can tell this is a little too thin. I'm gonna add just a little bit more eco powder. I want to make sure that I stir this for about 2 to 3 minutes. I want to make sure that I have everything mixed up, that I don't feel any in the bottom. I don't feel any lumps. Now, again, I was saying I like my pumpkins in white because I like the idea of being able to decoupage them. And I just think with my decor, I like having white candles, but these would be adorable in chocolate. They would be adorable in orange. I would make them more of kind of an earth tone orange. And again, you can use the pigments that we have that are the water-based pigments. You can use these with the eco powder. All right, so now I'm just going to pour this into my mold. I'm actually going to put this on a little board so that way I can lift it up when I'm finished. So you want to pour in the very center of the mold here and allow it to just kind of flow over inside it. That way it's a little bit more evenly distributed. This is so satisfying. I'm just going to tell you. The other thing is you want to allow your eco mold go as close as you can to the top and then just stop. You want to be able to allow this to dry for about an hour, and then that way it's going to be hard enough and you can go through the process of demolding it. It's just a part of folding it back and it's going to pop out. Now, here's the lid to the top of my pumpkin. I'm going to go in and pour my Eco Plaster in here. Boom. That's it. So that way there's no odor, there's no smell, there's nothing that you have to worry about. Jean, I'm going to hand this to you. Don't mind. All right, you got it? All right, so that way, when you demold it, it's going to be this adorable pumpkin with a lid. Now, and this is what your candle can go inside. I think these make adorable gifts. Definitely something that you can also enjoy yourself. So let me just show you. Jean, if you can help me go on and put just about half of that wax in there, I want to be able to show them. Now, we also have these on the website, and I'm looking for my little sticker. We have the wicks, because what you need to do, we need to put a little sticker. Did I bring my stickers over here? I have these little stickers that come with your wick that we put in the base of the pumpkin. You know what? While I'm going to walk you through this, and then I may have to go in and show you on another mold because I don't know where my little sticky is. So there's a little sticky that goes on the bottom of this, and then we put that inside. It's not hot. It is hot? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll just tell you. You can go on and use a hot glue gun if you want to. So I'm just going to squirt just a little bit of this out on the bottom of my wick. Good deal, Gino. And then I'm going to stick this in the bottom. And I just want to make sure that it gets set up. Let me press that on there. Just let that set up. Good deal. So that way now my wick is into the bottom like this of my candle. So now the eco powder, you can put really hot things in it. You know, with these little pumpkins though, they would make even adorable things to be able to put jewelry in if you want to put them beside in your kitchen. That way, before you wash your hands or you wash dishes, you can pop your rings in here and put the lid on top of it. You can use this for so many things, especially if you want to be able to come back and decoupage them. They're so cute. All right, so now I'm going to go in and add some essential oils. And I love the fact that we've got a lot of versatility with our essential oils, but I'm going to do a combo of my cinnamon and ginger flower and lemon. So it's wonderful for fall. These are so easy. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, if you haven't made your candles, you really need to take advantage of this because one, you know what's in them. These are all organic essential oils. Can you do that light? That created a little bit of a shadow for whatever reason, what you just did, the lights. I'm gonna add just a little bit of my ginger flower. I think it was that one. And now I'm gonna add just a little bit of cinnamon. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna stir that up. then I'm going to pour it into my pumpkin mold that I made with the eco powder. Now, one thing you want to do, if you can kind of see, on that lip, there's two lips. And I just want to make sure, I've already been using this one. You don't want to go further than that first lip because that allows you to be able to put your pumpkin top on top of it. But that way, I'm going to stop there. And we have these little craft sticks that will hold this together. If you don't have anything, what you can do is just put a couple, you can do chopsticks, you can, but we will have these with you that we'll send in with your wicks. But just to be able to hold that together, so that way that'll hold your wick in the center. And that way, as the wax hardens, that way you know that your wick has the right placement. Love that. So this is an adorable project for you to be able to make with the mold. You can make the pumpkin yourself and then make adorable candles. All right, Jean, can I pass this to you? All right, so that was our second mold. The third mold that I want to show you is one of my favorites. Now, those of you that are just now popping on, maybe you didn't see this when I first showed it. But the first mold that I showed you, I have made these adorable pumpkin muffins. Now, this is a lot more fun way to eat a pumpkin muffin and in the shape of a leaf or an acorn, or they're just darling. And you think about little kids, you think about your grandchildren, or just from an entertaining standpoint, it's a lot of fun just to be able to have these even on a charcuterie board, I think. And so the other thing I wanted to show you, these were the larger pumpkin muffins that I made with this mold. So I can make these. Also, I wanted to show you these adorable pumpkin candles. They're a great size. They're adorable. And I do two things with them. I actually do use them as candles, but also when I buy or make larger candles like this, I'll decorate the tops of my candles with just putting in different, can you see that? Different candles that I've got, because I just think they're great decor items. But one thing I wanted to be able to show you how to be able to do this, look at the different colors on it. Can you see how it's a lighter color orange, just a very natural fall looking color? There's a way to do this, and I want to show you. All right, so now I'm going to go on and I can take my wax that I had and I'm going to add a pigment. Now, I don't know if you remember me telling you when you're working with the petroleum-based waxes like this, we've got to be able to use a pigment. So we have the pigments. These are all natural. This is a Provençal yellow is the color, and it actually comes from Provence. And so they're perfect to be able to tint your waxes. They're going to blend really well. They're all natural. And I'm going to take a little bit of my Provençal yellow and I'm going to put it into my melted wax. And I'm going to stir it up. Jean, if you give me just a little bit more hot wax. We've got a stove. I wish you could see what we've got going over here. Am I holding it in the right place if I do that? Perfect. Guys, as you pop on here, please say hey, tell me where you're tuning in from, and be sure, share this video and tag some good friends. And we're going to be giving away my t-shirt that I have on today, Enjoy the Bragging Rights. All right, so now my essential oils in here, I've mixed it with my Provençal yellow pigment. Look at that, can you see? Hey, Kim from Pennsylvania. Hey, Pam. All right, so I'm just making sure that my pigment is mixed up really well. Now look what I've done. This is my third mold that I'm showing you. Now, I did my muffins. I was able to use these for my muffins, but look what I did at the top. I came back with a skewer. You want to just use something that's very sharp and has, can I get that, a pointed edge on it like that? So I just go in through the base of my mold like this, and I'll go into the very center and I'll puncture it. And I'll go through the top like this. But what I want to do is I want to be able to plug it. So I'll come back I'll go on and I see where that hole is. I'm going to take my wick like this, and I'm basically going to thread it. So when I thread that through my mold, it's going to come out about 1.5 inches here, like this. So what I did is, can you see that hot glue on there? Does that show up? I hit that with my hot glue. Why would I do that? What it does is it plugs that top of that mold so that way my hot wax will not come out. And when I'm ready to demold it, it's very easy to do. So just take a skewer or an ice pick or whatever, puncture the top of that, and then stick that wick through. And now I'm ready to pour my wax. All right, so I want to make sure that it's mixed up really well. Again, I added to my soy wax, I will tell you, and my beeswax. We also have this on a Maker Studio for you today because of the live. It's 20% off, so that way you can grab that. You can make wax melts. So the same process that I'm doing is what I did to create wax melts. So you can make candles with it, or you can create it with the first mold that I showed you and actually melt these, and you can give this as a beautiful hostess gift. I love that in there. I think the wax melts were so cute. All right, so now I'm gonna go on and pour this into my mold. I'll need to get just a little bit more hot wax. I'm gonna let Jen throw that in there for me. Guys, as you pop on here, please tell me hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from. All right, so I'm just stirring that pigment in there again. And I'm going to fill it all the way there and stop. You don't want to go to that second mark there. And then again, I'm going to take my chopsticks. Awesome. And then I'm going to just thread that here and let that harden. Now, one thing that I want you to be sure and know when you're doing these, it's a natural process. I don't over blend the pigments. When I added my pigment to this, because these are also on sale, we've put these in the collection for you. When I mixed my provincial yellow, I didn't over mix it, and there's a reason. I wanted the coloring to kind of settle. So don't stir it too much. Get it to where it's blended and you're happy with it. Because what happens as the candle, because we're working on the reverse like this, the underneath side is the top of the pumpkin. So we're dealing with it here. We're working on the back side, but when you flip it over, this is going to be the top of the pumpkin like this. So it allows you to be able to see the detail. But I intentionally wanted to be able to get a varying degree that I thought it would make it look a little bit more natural. And it was funny because when Gene saw it, he goes, that looks really real. Like that looks creative. Like, and I was like, that was intentional. So the provincial yellow, I played with different ones. Some I added just a little bit of brown pigment to it, which I'll show you. This is a Venetian brown, which is great, especially if you're going to be able to come back and make different colors of it that you want, is that it will settle into the bottom. So then that way, when I demold it and I pull it out, I'm going to clip this once it's hardened up. And it takes about 1.5 hours for this wax to get really, really hard to demold. And then that way I turned it over and I've got that adorable little pumpkin top, and my wick acts as my little handle on the pumpkin. I thought it was so cute. All right, so the other thing is, I'm not going to take you through the process. Let me kind of pull this off to the side. I wanted to have another pumpkin like this as a mold. Look at this. The detail on these little guys are so cute. And I do these as wax molds. And I put the essential oils in it. So you can also have this as a wax melt. So those of you that like to take advantage of the wax melts, you can have it to where these can have a lot more fragrance. Now, if you're going to do a wax melt, you want to use double the essential oils as far as the drops. In a candle, as a rule, I'll do 8 to 10 drops. But if I'm going to do a wax melt like this and be able to kind of put it in one of my jars again as a gift, great hostess gift, or any gift for somebody, you want to make sure that you put double the essential oils. That way it will make the house a lot more fragrant. But the great thing about this mold is it fits together and it allows you to be able to get a 360 degree mold. So it has two sides like this. And I don't know if you can see, but see how these are raised. And what happens when you put these together at the base like this, that will fit inside it, which gives you a 360 degree mold. This is so cute. These are such cute pumpkins to be able to put on top of candles that you're making or wax melts, but you can also use this for butter. You could totally make this into a cute little pat of butter. So that way you just pour your melted butter in it, put it in the fridge, and then that way you can put this next to your breadboard. Is that not the cutest idea? All right, so the way you work with these when you're working with the 360 mold is you want to come around the base of it like this and just do some tape. Now, I wrapped this twice, and what that does is it holds the mold together so that way when you pour the wax or whatever, or the eco powder, whatever you want to put into it, or the butter, that way you're going to allow it to be able to sit there for 30, 45 minutes. And then when you demold it, you're going to release the tape and then take it apart. And then that way your pumpkin is going to be inside. And I love the detail from it. It's absolutely, can you see that? It's so cute. This I also used provincial yellow. I stirred it up quite a bit and I wanted to be able to have two adorable little colors like that. So, so fun. It's great to put on top of your larger candles that you want to be able to decorate them and set that on a stack of books on your cocktail table. It's just darling. So, oh, there's a lot there. Hopefully, hopefully that encourages you. Hopefully it inspires you. When the leaves are changing, when the weather's changing, when the temperature is, it's like we're going into a new season. And I know those of you that love fall. I love fall. I love what it means. I'm a fall girl. I mean, I love October and I love September and I love creating things because we're all starting to hibernate, go back into the house. And it allows me to be able to make things because when people come in, guess what? It's all about enjoying the bragging rights. It's like, wait, how did you do this? Where did you buy these? Where did you buy these soaps that are in the guest bath down the hallway? They will. They're going to go into your bathroom and they're going to go, where did you get those? And you can say, I made them. Would you like for me to make you some? Wait, don't you love that? That's when we can craft, we can do something and be able to say that I did this and it's very classic, it's elegant, it's beautiful, it's something that you can be really, really proud of. I think that makes it a lot more fun. So I hope you'll take advantage of all of the 4 molds that we're launching today in the bundle and take advantage of getting our fall flowers and then take advantage of the sale. The coupon is Fall Molds 20, all uppercase, Fall Molds 20. Everything will be 20% off. The pigments, the eco powder, the essential oils, the molds, everything to be able to create what I did today. So I hope you have a fabulous day. Pray with me for continuing to pray for the people in North Carolina that Samaritan's Purse and the people can get to them. I definitely believe in the power of prayer and pray together as we have to deal with yet another hurricane, that our friends and our neighbors here in Florida are going to be safe. And I pray that you enjoy the seasons changing and that you can just take time out and give yourself the gift of creativity. You wouldn't be watching if you weren't creative. It's a part of filling your soul. And that ability to be able to make these beautiful things and then enjoy the bragging rights. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And I can't wait to see you back here later this week. We've got some more surprises. Mwah.